Welcome to Shotcut. This is a very easy and free video editing software that you can download for your Mac or PC. And we're going to do a quick little project today. So the first thing we want to do is you wanted to select a folder to store your content in or your file. Then you want to name your project. We're going to name this Underwater Creature. And we're going to click Start. So here you have the start of your file, and we're going to add content by clicking Open File, and we're going to multi-select our files here, or you can add them one at a time and click Open. So now they're in the playlist, and what you want to do is next, you want to click your files and drag them into the timeline one after another in the order that you want them to show up in the video. And the next thing you want to do is save your project. Next, we're going to talk about arranging our media on the timeline. So we're going to slide these by selecting them, and we're going to shorten them by dragging that over, and drag this video of the divers over to meet the clownfish video. It's still really long, so we're going to decrease the size of the timeline a little bit so that we can get all of our video content in so we can see it all. And we're going to arrange that to be about, I don't know, somewhere around 20 seconds is where that ends. We're going to drop in this third item on the timeline, which is about 4 seconds. So we're going to magnify out again on the timeline. And what you'll see is where some of the content has overlapped here, you can actually bring it in some more and kind of play around with how you want that to look. That is where you would call what you would call a transition point. And so we're going to pull that over. We're going to also pull this over here to where it overlaps with the previous video of the clownfish. And we need to find our last image of our clownfish, bring it over. And we're also going to allow it to transition overlap as well. So the next step I'll show you is how to create the transition. Next, I'm going to show you how to add transitions between your media. So if you have a still image like we do here, and then you transition to video here, we need to have a way to mesh the two together. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to grab that second clip and you're going to slide it over the first clip just slightly. The next step is to click that transition area, which is a purple and green X. And here you have different options to transition. So there is a lengthy list here, and these are the presets that you can use. So for this first one, since we're transitioning from an image to a video in our media content, let's just go with dissolve. Okay, and to do so with the next clip, let's drag it over the second clip. And so again, you have a transition space, but this time we are going to do a iris circle. So that's really going to be an interesting transition. And next we will do for the last clip, we're going to drag it over as well. And we've created a transition space for it. And we're going to go back to using dissolve. Now, one thing to be aware of is if your transition does not seem long enough, you can always grab the transition, hover over it until you have the duplex arrow, is what I like to call it. And then you can drag back and forth to expand that transition area or to make it smaller. So we're going to add just a little bit of cushion there. and we are going to go into the player. And this starts from the beginning of the video because we have put our marker there. And so we're going to hit play. And so this will play through the image, and then it transitions over softly to the video. And then you see there's another transition there as well, that iris. And our last transition is here to another image of the clownfish. Here is the finished underwater creature video. I hope you have learned a good bit from this tutorial, and come back next time and we'll learn something new in Shotcut. Have a great day.